FIFA World Cup 2026, football's biggest carnival, is still 2 years away, but the preparations are already underway. For some countries, it started right after the conclusion of the 2022 World Cup, because who doesn't want to be part of arguably the biggest sporting event? The World Cup qualifiers are here, while the host nations, Canada, Mexico and the United States, who are already through, are busy preparing for it. The other confederations are doing everything possible to qualify and make it. And since the 2026 tournament will be the first edition to include 48 teams, expanding it from the original 32-team format, there are more spots available. All the 6 confederations and already competitive AFC had a total of 46 teams, and out of those, 10 countries have been eliminated. The remaining 36 are now competing for the 8 direct slots that are available. So the competition is not going to be any less intense. The recently concluded Asian Cup was proof that it won't be easy for any team. Japan, Iran, Korea, Australia, Qatar, Saudi, Iraq. All the big guns will face stiff competition from the likes of UAE, Jordan, Malaysia, India, Kuwait, Syria and Palestine. One of the biggest contenders from Asia will be Qatar. Qatar not only hosted the 2022 World Cup, but put a solid display, and they are the current Asian Cup champions too. They haven't lost in the qualifiers just yet, which makes them the biggest contenders in that group. But who will join Qatar from Group A? There is a stiff competition between India and Kuwait. The two sides have each played 2 games each. Both the sides have lost against Qatar, while India won their encounter against Kuwait. And Kuwait won that game against Afghanistan. India, clearly the better ranked side here, and having won against Kuwait, could be the second team to join Qatar in the next round. India may have had a poor run in the AFC Asian Cup, but the country is clearly preparing well for their encounter against Afghanistan. The players are putting in the hard yards, and the spirit is high to keep that World Cup dream alive. But that isn't their only focus.
If we succeed in winning the second spot in our group, we immediately qualify for the next Asian Cup, which is 3rd consecutive time. We immediately make sure that we get 10 more games in the 3rd round of the World Cup qualifiers. Massive games. 5 of them will be at home with the top Asian teams. And that's something which will give us opportunity to have enormous growth as a team. And there is a chance, obviously. So let's live for it. That's what I'm looking for.
So clearly India is taking it one step at a time. But if they go to the next round, the challenge gets that much more difficult. Japan have always been one of the biggest teams from the Asian subcontinent, but their quarterfinal exit from the Asian Cup was quite the shocker. The team will be looking to leave all of that behind and focus on the road ahead. They will be banking on their star player, Hunya Into. And with them already top in the Group B, they will be hoping to book that spot in the World Cup. But a big roadblock awaits them in the form of Syria. Yes, feisty, never say die Syria. The team put up a brilliant show in the Asian Cup and will be looking to continue their form in the qualifiers too. If all goes well, they would be the second team from the group to qualify. Over in Group C, the favourites are, no doubt, South Korea. But they were also the favourites in the Asian Cup, which they failed to live up to. South Korea's Asian Cup exit in the semi-final came as a shocker to many. And then, of course, the world got to know why some days later. A brawl in the dressing room a day before the semi-final. The fight between Captain Son Heung-min and the younger players drew a lot of attention. And if Korea wants to keep their World Cup hopes alive, they will have to put that horrific episode to the side and work together to play as one. But with so many star players in the team, Korea should be comfortably poised for at least qualifying for the next round. Another team to watch out for will be Iran. The AFC Asian Cup semi-finalists might have had a heartbreaking exit, but you can never count the Iranis out when it comes to performing at the biggest stage. The team put a brilliant display before their defeat to Qatar in the semi-finals. They went down fighting, a close 2-3 loss, but so much to take away from this. Despite their anguish over referee decisions in the Asian Cup, the current form of Group E toppers is surely heartening. There are so many contenders, but only 8 spots available. It's not just about the big guns anymore, because the Asian Cup made us realize there are some top contenders in the fray. I would be banking on teams like, say, Palestine, the country marred by war, still reaching the round of 16 at the Asian Cup, only shows the kind of spirit that their players have. And we also have Jordan, who were the finalists of the AFC Asian Cup. In short, the qualifying round is bound to create a lot of buzz, and we might see a new champion emerge. And if not, at least the prospect of a future champion.